Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. It's Dvoid here. I've got a 1v1 on Timian map for you. I'm using Russia and my opponent's using Germany for this one. I've got the initial oil capture phase here. We'll speed it up a little bit. We've gone for our closest oil derricks. Then we're both on our second oil derrick here. I've sent a soldier on a small mission round that way. I did intend for him to go to the enemy base and do an early scout. Both got our first oil derricks. Yeah, there he goes, look. Hopefully find an engineer or something. You never know. That's what I was thinking. We've got a 2 ref build. Both players placing war factories as we speak. There's yeah, I'm moving out for the to regroup these infantry units with the units I'm training, and then get this scout vehicle with them. Go for the enemy's second oil derrick, and they're doing the same. And I can see from my view range that mine is compromised. He's got his engineer on it, and I could have sent the APC, but this guy should have done it. I messed up. I didn't even realise, and I was too worried thinking about should I snipe him with the APC, but I didn't want to risk it and waste it, so I just decided to do this and then position my units to stop this snipe, which I couldn't do, but at least I sniped the ranger in return. But I should have just used this guy. That's what he's there for. In fact, I've got 2. So, yeah. You know, not great. Let's see. Disable Shroud. My opponent's not got his scout vehicle at the moment. But he's got 2-to-1 in oil derricks. Better than 3-to-1. I mean, it's yeah, it's better than 3-to-1. I didn't want to leave that. But yeah, we've got... He's expanding. I've built 430, my opponent. Produced his second construction yard. His MCV rolled out. Mine is now, because I'm building my refinery. My opponent is ready. He's placed his 4th refinery, which is his expansion ref. I'm just about to place mine now. My opponent, he's left the engineer in that ranger lock. You shouldn't do that. That's a mistake. He's moving forward. Let's see. What's he doing with that? Yeah, I'm moving to my top expansion up here. After the 4th refinery is placed, that's the first expansion refinery. I'll place a power plant and then get straight into building another refinery. Perhaps some more barracks might be a good idea instead. We're not too far off in army value. Look, it's 18 each, 17, 18, 18 each now. But I'm ready for this attack, no problem. I mean, he's got a better force, but I've got defences, primary production, tanks. So, yeah, you don't want to be pushing that. But I thought, since he's got... Oh, there's a Gren drop, and his base defence is shooting the APC. Right there, I've got 1 power plant, but he's placed a pillbox, and he's using it properly. That's splattered them. My counter-attack should be hitting. There we go. The APC's escaped. That's nice to see. We've got 20 grand each. So this is my attack, and I got the bright idea of going for the vital structures and sacrificing some of these troops, if not all of them. And I got the war factory power plant. So let's check, is he in low power? Not yet. And I'm going for the construction yard, but it escapes. There he is, he's getting out of there. Now there's another power plant. He's in low power. And then the service depot. That's a vital target. And they cut me down too quickly. So this tank, the tank should have rolled over the service depot so that enemy fire causes damage to it as well. That was a mistake. And I'm using this guy now. Look, he's having a go. I'm not happy about that lot. And here we go. We've got this attack here. But I'm more than ready for it. I know I can easily stop it. But I don't want it just to hit and run somewhere else, so, you know, I need to keep this defended, my home base, but don't let him dictate the whole game like I have been. It's wrong. That counter-attack, I think I made a mistake. What I should have done was destroy these and run. And my Gren drop, yeah, it got a power plant, but, you know. But I have left him unable to produce tanks. But I think I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't aware of it. When the Shroud crept back, I knew his service depot was still intact. So I didn't see him as not having tank production. I maybe assumed he had another war factory, but just seeing that didn't, you know, it didn't. I wasn't thinking, I'm capturing this now, look, capturing the oil derrick, but, you know, because he had the service depot, I wasn't thinking of him as not having tank production, so it threw me a bit. I should have taken advantage of it. Learned, you know, done a more thorough job checking the situation. Not even missed barrels, missed them. That's not a good sign if you can't hit a barrel. But look, I ran into this war factory. That's the first one he placed to get tank production, and I luckily blundered into it. There's a barrel to add to the damage, but look at all these troops. I had to leg it, but that was like a, you know, very well chosen target, because it's removed his ability to produce tanks again. But I blundered into it by pure luck, but still. And there, he's got another now, look, right on the front line where he needs it with his men, but it is a risk. He's defending it, look. Let's have a look at army value now. 22 to me, 24 to my enemy now. So, you know, it's a bit of a struggle, but it's just, I'm giving him control of the entire map. I'm not being proactive enough. He's got enough expansions for him not to have the economy problems I have. Right, I've got, what do you call them? I've got my radar tech now, so I'm probably building an airfield. Yeah, there you go. I've placed my airfield. Here we go. The enemy, as soon as he gets a look at this, he knows he can't push into that. I've got a slightly larger army value now, 29 to 28. No, 29 each again. And I'm trying to move out some forces. I'm thinking there must be something going on here by now. So I wanted to move out some forces, and then I see this going on and move them all back. I didn't even send the plane to look. Such a shame. I was just, you know, not on the ball. I haven't played in a few days, so I wouldn't normally be making all these mistakes. It's a shame. But I saw this force run straight into my expansion. It cut through them. 34 grand to 31. And there, stop command, good. Get the tanks up front. And I can see that my tanks, I've got the advantage in tanks. So I just keep them screened up front and the opponent is lost. It's an aircraft strafe, but he manages to shoot it down. Nasty. But I've swept that lot up good and swept it up well, cleared them off the battlefield nicely. There's my tech centre, and I've got 21,000 army value. My opponent's got 12. And I've seen this force moving because of my aircraft. And he shoots one man and then decides to hit the tank slightly and veer off. Now, I don't get why he did that. I really don't get it. That was atrocious. Must have been distracted. The pilot was distracted, that's it. But yeah, I saw that force, so I'm well ready for it. But that's not the way. He's in control, you know, of me. It's not good responding in that way. I should have done far better. I managed to find this force revealed itself. And they've got no hope. Yeah, caught out that army nicely. Right, here we go. I've decided to push on and try and attack this expansion. And his MCV's escaping, and that drew away a few units, but these guys are getting mangled. I really let those guys down. Look at those veterans wasted. While I'm doing this, there's a force making its way to attack. But taking out some power, got a war factory, and there we go. And I was thinking to leave the refinery alive so I could get a thief in there. But I think my primary production was elsewhere, and I got hit here. Look, there's my tech centre gone. So I don't have. I can't build the Tesla units I was planning on. But I was about to produce thieves for that expansion down there, and realised I had no money. So and I'd also produced a thief at the wrong point. So I cancelled it anyway. I didn't actually build a thief, sorry. I cancelled it because I didn't have any cash. So now I'm building one because I've run out of money. And these guys have got in my base, but I've sent it up this way here to take advantage while the enemy's busy. I thought I'd hit there, and he's absolutely gutting my base while this is going on. Like, look here, I've finished the attack, and there we go. I got a nice 4 grander or something, so I've got 9 grand, he's got 4. It was a nice steal, but I should have stayed back and destroyed the refineries. But I'm holding off that attack, but they've destroyed my ore trucks, and that was a vital expansion, because not only do I need... still going. Not only do I need to mine this ore, I also need to keep it away from the enemy. That's crucial. So that was a bad point, losing that forward expansion. And these guys have been put on a shift command to destroy my power plants, and I'm not with it. So yeah, I must have been up here busy. He's attacking... Ouch, he's attacking my oil derrick. Yeah, I'm getting my MCV out of there. And look, yeah, they've got the advanced power plant. There's a missile for them, though. Yeah, there you go. So it's that infiltration has kept me in it. Economy-wise, cash-wise. I'm down to 5 ore trucks. I've dropped a paradrop here, but he's got a pillbox immediately ready. So I lost them. Trying to rebuild here. And the army values now 11,000 to me, 24,000 to my opponent. And my troops did manage to bump into this enemy construction yard and find it, but it just wasn't enough. And he produced a pillbox straight away. It just wasn't enough to destroy it. I had to immediately get out of there. He's focused his forces, and with the loss of my service depot, tech centre, service depot, refinery, construction yard, radar dome, I lost everything from that little attack. He's got another one as well to follow it up. But yeah, I lost pretty much all my important assets, but I had run out of money at pretty much the same time. When I attacked here to take this expansion, I couldn't produce a thief to infiltrate it. It was, you know, I got caught out by a couple of factors I allowed to turn against me. Like, you know, when I had the advantage in army, I just didn't do anything. And when I had extra cash and stuff, I didn't make use of it, and I didn't expand properly and it led to me running out of money at a crucial moment. Such a shame, and a couple of mistakes in the decisions I made here, because, you know, sacrificing that army, you know, and then not really taking advantage of the benefit from it, because taking out his tank production and then the second war factory, taking that out, you know, I didn't really take advantage of that, except I did win an engagement because of it. I couldn't really help but win that one, but you know, I didn't take advantage of the things I could have done. I could have won this, you know. It was a shame with the, you know, with the having such an advantage in army value. It's a shame, you know. My opponent did well. He said he hadn't been playing much lately, and I've not played for a few days, so, you know, neither of us were on form. But it did still lead to a fun game. I thought it was fun, and yeah, it'll sure get me a fun replay to post, I thought. But there you go, it's the cleaning up stage, finishing off everything. Here we go. And I am I was going to use these APCs because I decided to build a radar dome again. I've run out of money. Yeah, I built a radar dome, look, and I wanted to get thieves and try and maybe do some infiltrations and captures. I'm sniping with my V2s, look, finally destroying these refineries like I should have done. But I lost the APCs there, look, they ran into the enemy, so the thief produced is now going to have to move on foot, and the first thing he's going to have to do is survive, along with the MCV. But yeah, they're kind of cutting through my last assets, all gone. And he saw that MCV. I didn't realise he'd seen it. Well, there you go. That's that. I did put these guys here. Let's see if I've got any cash to make any kind of... Nah. But a thief can steal half the enemy's cash, so... It is potential assets, but I'm still sniping with the V2s, look. My veteran V2s. I'm just getting a bit of V2 practice in while I'm at it. But I'll go through the graphs and charts soon. This is over. Obviously. I'm attacking, sniping base defences. I sold it. But yeah, set up. And I think I'm going power plant and a barracks, so I can then get an engineer, hold a ref and put the thief in and then capture it. But obviously it doesn't matter what I do, I've lost. So well done to my enemy. I'll go through the graphs and charts. There's the army graph. Yeah, there were a lot of ups and downs and all sorts. It was an interesting game, that one. It was entertaining for me, so I hope it was... he's got 3 war factories, don't blame him. So yeah, it was entertaining for me, so I hopefully my viewers will enjoy that one. And you can see if you agree with that where the crucial mistakes were sacrificing that army near the beginning, and also not taking out those refineries earlier. But there's the earnings graph. Look, I had a big spike. I wonder if that was my infiltration with my thief, that spike. It may not have been. It may have been something, you know, it may not have been, but it's probable. If you're watching this replay, when I posted it, you can obviously go straight back to the 15.5-minute mark and see what spiked my earnings, but my initial guess is the infiltration, basically. Like in a previous game, I wondered what a drop in my army value had been, and it was, I thought it was a defeat, an engagement at a certain point where I'd fallen back, but it wasn't. It was actually a power drop that had caused a dip in my army graph. It was a considerable dip as well. It was a very nice power drop. I won that particular game, but I was interested at what had caused that big dip in my army value, and it was the power drop. And obviously when it's posted, you can just check at what point the dip occurs in the graph, and then check the video. But here's the combat chart. 491 kills to my opponent, to my 363. He got 148,000 value destroyed. I killed 86,000. So we'll move on from the combat tab. No support powers. I did produce an Iron Curtain. I did start building it, but I cancelled it straight away because that's when my cash bottomed out and completely ran dry. I did also have a power drop and spy plane that I believe I used once each, perhaps. There's a production tab, economy tab. I earned 143,000, my opponent 179,000. So I'm not sure if infiltrations are factored into what you earned. They must be factored into what you've spent, so I'm not sure about that. I'll try and look into that one. 29 actions per minute, so I was a bit slower. My opponent's on 43.3, but there's the basics. Basic tab for you, and I hope you enjoyed the game, viewers. It was, like I say, a very entertaining, fun game for me. It was a shame I didn't win the game in the end. It was a shame I didn't, force a more favourable outcome, but there's nothing I could do in the end. There's just too many mistakes piling up. So learn from my mistakes, and until next time, I hope you enjoyed the game and take good care of yourselves. And for now, goodbye all.
Battle control terminated.